Hello there. Are you awake? Are you hungry? And if so, what for? Is it V-Day you crave? A warm body or several? Some extreme experience perhaps? Or maybe for a juicy, delicious, large slice of the city? Well, I am a massive fan of debauchery, so you're highly encouraged to go for it. You're listening to Petals and Thorns on KKBN, the sounds and news of Bucharest by night. And I'm your host, the Deadly Rose, the amazing, alluring, ambitious, and affable audio advocate, advisor, and arbiter for all kindred affairs. Summer is coming to an end, boys and girls, and so is most of the Anarch resistance in our fair domain. So far, the Camarilla have been true to their word, and this transition under their governance appears to have been rather smooth and fair. But with a critical eye, I am still watching, and with a cynical heart, I am waiting for the other shoe to drop. Last night, I've been told one of the two remaining barons more or less waved the white flag, bringing to light at the same time some outrageous news. The ruthless Baron Camarilla of Clan Ravnos, Serpent of the Southside, the Reaper of Rahova, the Flayer of Farentai, and so on, is in fact gone. Let me clarify. The Baron does not exist anymore because, in reality, she met final death in 1999 during the Week of Nightmares. I'm not going to educate those too young or too ignorant on this matter. Ask your friends, and if they don't know, make some new ones. But to make a very long story short, Camarilla kicked the bucket. So you may ask, who then is the Southside Baron? Well, it is not one individual. Her clanmates as a group used every trick at their disposal to impersonate her, and they did it quite successfully, as not even I knew this was the actual truth. As for now, especially after being targeted by the Second Inquisition in recent nights, they went to see the prince and bargained for something. More likely, they're bowing their heads to the Camarilla and hoping it and the city will show them mercy. Looking forward to see how that will go. In other news, a delegation of Hecata also knocked on Mary Claire's door last night, hoping to make a trade and possibly negotiate a truce between their clan and the Ivory Tower. For those who don't remember, the Sheriff's Hounds had invaded two of their members' haven a while back, destroyed one of them and took the other prisoner. During the panic that followed the Inquisition's attack on the Elysium, Primogen Amandine Sanchez was in turn taken prisoner by the Hecata while she was fleeing. So, obviously, an exchange of captives had to be discussed, as well as a method of settling these issues between the two sides. Sadly, I've been told that the prince's three guests came in bearing little respect and zero consideration for their host, fact which led to them being consequently torn to pieces by Mr. Mon, Mr. Serrano, and Her Majesty herself. So, while the Anarch movement is no longer a real threat, a full-out war might soon erupt between the Camis and the Clan of Death. I'm not sure if this will prove to be fun or actually terrifying. Speaking of terrifying and a week of nightmares, something else is stirring under these not-so-calm waters. I felt it, my Nospolis here at the studio felt it, and certainly you must have felt it last night as well, when you walked under the frosty white moon. I wish I could tell you more. I wish I had more than this chilling feeling, more than a hint of something sinister, powerful, and old, but whatever it is beyond my knowledge and my understanding even. So all I can tell you, my dears, is Be careful out there, but not too careful. After all, if you don't get it by now, you're inexorably bound to this terrible path, to this world of darkness. So if you don't reach for the pleasure, if you don't grasp the little moments of joy, you might as well just step out for a sunbath. In other words, savor the night, Bucharest. Savor the night.